Welcome to Navigating Life After 40, the podcast that's all about helping women navigate this exciting and sometimes challenging phase of life. I'm your host, Roni Jai, and I'll be here sharing some of my own personal experiences, chatting with experts and a few friends, and also providing some practical advice and support to help you live your best life after 40. Let's get started. Welcome back to Navigating Life After 40. I am your host, Roni Jai. And you guys know the drill. I always ask this question or really just, say something in generosity. I hope that each of you are doing well. Not so much of a question, I would say. Today's going to be a very, very short episode. And it's going to be my midlife moment. As many of you know, I started doing the midlife moments a few episodes back, and they are something that I plug into certain episodes just depending on what's coming up. It could be something personal that I feel would really resonate with you all. It could be something that has been very popular lately, and maybe I want to just touch on it for a brief moment and just offer some words of encouragement and hope for you all, and to let you know that you are not going through this process alone. You are not navigating this journey alone, and we're in this together. I don't have all the answers. I'm sure you don't have all the answers. And that is the reason that I do the guest experts, and that's another reason why I also share my experiences and hope that you all will share your experiences with me as well. And we do have a space for you to do that. And that is on Facebook in the Navigating Life After 40 channel, where you can, connect with other women and also share your experiences so that we can navigate this thing and figure out these answers together. But for today's episode and today's midlife moment, I want to just kind of chat a little bit about this buzz that I have been seeing on social media, particularly TikTok. So lately there has been a lot of women addressing, I guess there was a content creator. I did not have an opportunity to see what this creator said, so I'm going to throw that disclaimer in there. But I have seen many women addressing this content creators, their comments about women over 40 and not wanting to see what they call get ready with me videos from women over 40, which is, I was just like, oh, wow. I was a bit taken back when I heard that and when I watched many of the videos of the women. And so part of that discussion, it also led to women really having this conversation about starting over. And back in episode 1, I did an episode, I want to say it was maybe episode 2, about reinventing yourself after 40. It's never too late for a reinvention, I think is the title of that episode. And I also plug it in to the description so you all will have it there. But I really wanted to chat a little bit about this today as my midlife moment topic, because it's so easy for us, especially women, because we're so driven by our emotions, to get caught up in what people are saying and how they view us, especially younger people, sometimes men, sometimes friends, sometimes family. It's so easy to get caught up in that and get caught up in the hoopla, like in this case, get caught up in the hoopla. So I just wanted to today just share with you all that life after 40 is embracing adventure. It's all about adventure. It's all about finding yourself. It's all about just doing the things that you want to do. We've spent our 20s and our 30s just making probably tons of mistakes. Probably even before that, if we can go back to teenage years, but hey, that's a different show. But we've spent so much time in our 20s and our 30s making mistakes and learning. And now we're in our 40s. And for many of us, we are having thoughts about being unfulfilled and really trying to figure out what is next for us. We're dealing with hormones that we probably have not dealt with prior to this stage in life. We are trying to find out what's next for us. You know, if that's a career change, if that's something else that you want to do, if it's something related to relationships, no matter what that is, we're trying to figure out something. Nobody in life, again, is perfect. But as we get here, there is a different place where we land when we get into our 40s. Our 20s and our 30s, we should have learned, and that has given us the wisdom to navigate this time in our life. I don't want you all to feel that because you are at this phase that you are now, that you cannot still enjoy the same things that you did at 20 and 30. And for example, it could be fashion. It could be, well, I really like fashion. And now I'm being told, for example, like with this creator, that no one wants to see me in my fashions after the age of 40. And granted, our style changes over time. You know, what you wore in your teenage years, you may not wear in your 20s. What you wore in your 20s, you may not wear in your 30s. What you wore in your 30s, you may not wear in your 40s. I hope not. But our fashion, our sense of style, it evolves over time. And for some people, they are also trying to figure out, what is my style? So if you are someone who does do those videos on TikTok, keep doing those videos because someone is learning from you. Don't feel like you have to stop doing that or stop having this passion for fashion because someone says that they don't want to see it. And that's okay. If they don't want to see it, that's the thing, what we call keep scrolling. You can keep scrolling. Sometimes it's better to just not say anything at all than to say something and just keep it moving. But for you all who are listening, just know it's never too late to start over. It's never too late to go after the thing that you wanted to do. You've probably spent a lot of your adult life raising your children, doing everything for everybody else and putting yourself on the back burner. And now it's time for you to put yourself in first place. It's time for you to be first place in your own life and really take care of your self-care. You know, prioritize self-care. We've talked about that before. There are so many different things now that really will come to your mind once you step into life after 40 that you probably were not thinking about. You were not thinking about colonoscopies and will and testaments and, you know, going to get these checkups to make sure everything's okay because you were too busy having fun in those other years. But now it's time to do things a little bit differently. It's time to also, if you are someone who says that you are unfulfilled, what is it that you've always wanted to do? You know, tap into that creative side of who you are. And it also could be, how can I connect with other people so that I can find a way to be fulfilled? You know, whether it's people and people introducing you to new things or just going out and doing some things on your own. But really hone in on that creative piece that is within you. And it might mean that, hey, let me write down a list of things that I enjoy doing or things that I've always wanted to try doing or that I was once good at and I just kind of pushed to the side a little bit because life got in the way. It's okay to bring those things back into play and get back into the groove of doing those things that made you feel fulfilled years ago. But I want you guys to just know, again, don't let anyone make you feel like you are old. All of us age. The young people who look at us and they might say, well, I don't want to see women over 40, you know, doing get ready with me's. I don't want to see women over 40 on my timeline. It's okay. Because at some point, those same people who say that, they are going to, God's willing, they'll be this age someday. They'll be the age that you are. They'll be in their 40s. They'll be in their 50s or their 60s. And there are a lot of women out here. I will say this. We look good to be women who are 40 plus. If you are someone who watches reality TV, I do watch reality TV. I'm a big Real Housewives of Atlanta fan, Married to Medicine fan, Real Housewives of Potomac, trying to get into Beverly Hills. And those women are, when I look at the Karen Hugers and I look at the Kenya Moores and I look at the Dr. Jackies and Dr. Simone and all of them, they look good. And these women are, Kenya is not in her 60s, but Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie and Karen Huger, these women are in their 60s, or what Karen Huger likes to call triple 20. And I love that. They look good. We are out here living life. We looking good, taking care of ourselves. And if you're not, it is never too late to start. Take care of you. You get one body. God gave you this vessel, not to abuse it, but to take care of it. But we look good. And so keep doing whatever it is you're doing to take care of yourself. Don't let anybody stop you or tell you that they don't want to see women over 40, or really just allow them to make you feel bad. Another thing is, you're not on this journey alone. I mentioned that earlier. Surround yourself with people who are supportive, like a network of friends, family. There are groups out here you can join if you're someone who wants to travel and you don't want to do it by yourself. There are groups that you can join and get to know those individuals and then start traveling. And just enjoy this chapter in your life. Do it. Embrace new things. Embrace new beginnings. If there are things, again, I will say this, that you've always wanted to do and you've always wanted to accomplish, go for it. Go forward. There is so much power, as I'm thinking about this and talking out loud, there's so much power in resilience. There is so much power in resilience. And so going through things and bouncing back and just creating the life that you want is a sign of resilience and strength. And so that is what I wanted to share with you all today. Very short episode, but I wanted to share that with you all today because I really wanted to address that, because I see so many women talking about that on TikTok and how it's, it was frustrating for a few of them, but I just really want you guys to not allow anyone to make you feel like because you are in this phase of life that, baby, you are not worthy to be where you are. You are not worthy of the best, that you have to look a certain way because you're over 40, that you should be walking around in those house coats that our grandmothers and moms wore back in the day. Now, if you want to wear that, that's fine. I'm not knocking you. But don't let anyone make you feel that because you are a certain age that you should look and you should act like an old person. No. With age comes wisdom and it comes grace. And baby, you are wearing it well. That's a wrap for this episode of Navigating Life After 40. I hope you enjoyed this conversation just as much as I did. If you love what you're hearing, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. And if you're feeling generous, leave me a review on your favorite podcast platform. This helps me to reach more amazing women like yourself who are trying to navigate this amazing life. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep living your best life.